I am Husan Lang. I've been practicing survival for 2.5 years. I'm currently trekking through a primeval forest to survive. Last episode, I ate bee pupae to fight hunger and made fire by striking stones. Now, I'll face even bigger challenges. Today is the third day of my journey, and I've run into my biggest crisis yet. I'm doing some quick exercise to raise my body heat. I must quickly cross the highest peak, Dupeng Mountain, before heavy snow blocks the way. Snow is a lethal threat when it comes to survival. See that boundary line up there? In about 150 meters, I'll be over this hill. Then, I found a palm tree right here. The edible part of the palm heart is 15 centimeters below the stem, and the 15 below that. Pinpointing the exact spot helps me save my energy. I call the palm tree the tree of hope. Palm fiber makes for excellent tinder. Palm leaves are great for covering shelters. They're very effective at keeping out the rain. This tenderest section is the part you can eat. It's a bit bitter, but it's incredibly filling. Palm heart is a great food source for wilderness survival. This bitterness is stinging my taste buds. They're really protesting. But I have to force myself to swallow it down. Almost threw up there, but it fills the stomach. It's quite satiating. What a pity. Look, I've found a rabbit trail. Wild rabbits tend to use the same paths. And there are at least 3 of them, judging by the different sizes of the droppings. Very fresh, must have been from last night. At 800 meters, this small hilltop is already covered in snow. And I'm about to face Dupeng Mountain, which is 1900 meters high. I must quickly cross this high-altitude, freezing region, otherwise the low temperatures tonight could be life-threatening. Luckily, I found some firethorn berries to help replenish my energy. It's freezing. Firethorn berries are also known as army-saving grain. Back then, Red Army soldiers relied on them to survive while being pursued by enemies, which is why they're called army-saving grain. In the wild, you can't afford to be picky about any food. The only thing on your mind should be staying alive. That's enough. Let's get moving. I've found a large tree. This is a good sign. The soil on the peak is poor, so the trees are small and short. But now, the further down I go, the bigger the trees get. It's rare to find a blooming Senecio scandens in this place. A true man should be like this, unyielding through 100 hardships, like Plum or Mum, defying snow and frost. I've crossed the snow-covered peak. Look, there's only a little snow here now. Crossed the highest peak to the south of Badagong Mountain. It's warm and humid here, meaning more food ahead. Crossing the snow mountain today took a lot of energy, so I'll camp nearby and find food to recharge. The bamboo forest here is great for a shelter. The large leaves provide excellent rain protection. I've padded the bottom with thick dry leaves. Then I'll cover myself with ferns. It's really warm. The shelter is done. Searching along this dry stream might make it easier to find food. While searching the dry stream, I discovered the shell of a mountain crab. These crabs actually grow here. They really love hiding under rocks in the small pools. 2 of them. The long march drained my energy. I couldn't help eating a crab raw. This is a bad example. In the wild, always cook your food. In the right habitat, mountain crabs can fill your stomach. The only downside is they have very little meat. What animal ate this? A very big shell. It's full of bone fragments here. Looks like I have some competition. Look, this is very smooth. I'd say this is a mountain rat's trail. Following it will lead to its nest. I'm Husan Lang, surviving for 2.5 years, now trekking through a primeval forest to survive. Last episode, I braved the snow mountains to reach the milder south side. Food is plentiful here. I caught mountain crabs and found an animal trail. Look here, an animal trail. It should be a rat. Mountain rats likely come to the river to prey on small crabs and such. And they have a peculiar habit. They love to stick to the same path. Unless startled, they'll travel back and forth along the same old route every day. Over time, this creates a very distinct animal trail like this one. In the forest, 90% of these small trails through dense weeds are made by rats. Because rats prefer moving through thick weeds to stay hidden from predators. I'll follow this trail to find its burrow. It can provide me with high-quality protein and fat. Haven't found its nest just yet. If I honestly cannot find it, it means a lot of my time and energy will have been wasted. For someone who hasn't eaten in a long time, you have to understand that's a truly devastating blow to them. Really, it hits hard. Sometimes it really is just a gamble. Being proactive and having an adventurous spirit is what makes a true explorer. The trail is getting clearer and clearer. Mountain rats usually use their burrows as the center of their activity. I think I've found its burrow. Look, there are several holes on that earthen bank. The holes have a clear view, and the surrounding weeds are perfect for a rat to hide. To catch the rat, I must block off its other escape routes. Adding fresh plants will create a lot of thick smoke. Since the burrow goes upward, smoking it out will be very effective. Caught 2 rats. One was even speared to death. The smell of blood is too strong here. It could easily attract predators. Even though I've caught prey in the wild, I must not let my guard down, because the scent of blood might draw in even more ferocious hunters. I have meat now. Now I need to find some wild salt. This is the plant I'm looking for, the nutgall tree. The nutgall tree. Its seeds contain a large amount of salt. So salty. Let the crystals on the surface of this plant dissolve into the water. Now I need to boil the water obtained from rinsing the nutgall tree seeds by the fire. And meanwhile, I'll process today's catch. Wild meat needs its fur dampened, then singed with fire, and repeated scraping with a knife will clean it well. This white layer is the salt obtained, but it's not sodium chloride like table salt. It's an organic substance. It's quite pungent and salty, but in this form, it doesn't have a sour taste. The salt from the nutgall tree has some toxicity and cannot be used as a long-term edible salt. Ah, it smells absolutely delicious. I roasted it too quickly earlier. The outside is a bit charred. Crispy outside, tender inside. Wow, this skin is so satisfying. Rats carry many germs, so high-temperature disinfection is a must. Brush on water while roasting to ensure the meat inside heats evenly. In some of our coastal regions, mountain rats are used to entertain the most distinguished guests. Statistics show that Guangxi and Fujian consume 4 million mountain rats annually, and this year it will be 4 million and 2. This is, in the wilderness, the best meal I've had in 3 days. Sometimes happiness really is just this simple. A shelter, a campfire, and then a bite of food.